Roof Max of Hickory. Affordable roof rejuvenation. Visit MakeMyRoofLast.com.
The individuals depicted have been arrested but not convicted at the time of story postings. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions or activity other than their arrest. We make no warranty or guarantee as to the accuracy of this data.
Welcome back. This is the WHKY News, and it's time for the Crime Report. I'm Ralph Mangum. A Caldwell County woman has received a prison sentence in connection with a fatal drug-related incident. Rob Eastwood reports.
The defendant in this case received a minimum of 7.5 years in prison. The victim received the drug that turned out to be fatal from the defendant here in Granite Falls. The victim passed away in Concord. According to Caldwell County Sheriff Kevin Bean, 39-year-old Jessica Marie McMahon of Granite Falls was convicted this week in Caldwell County Superior Court. The charges are death by distribution and trafficking heroin or opium. She received a prison sentence of 90 to 120 months or 7.5 to 10 years. The death by distribution charge stems from the February 8, 2024 death of 22-year-old Hayli Surayah White of Valdez. The incident occurred in Concord. The joint investigation by the Caldwell County and Cabarrus County Sheriff's Offices determined that White died from acute fentanyl toxicity after obtaining the drug from McMahon in Granite Falls earlier that month. According to authorities, McMahon has a lengthy history of drug arrests here in North Carolina. So once again, a 90 to 120-month prison sentence for Jessica Marie McMahon of Granite Falls. She was charged in connection to a fatal overdose death in 2024. Reporting from Granite Falls for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thanks, Rob. Arianna Mack has a meth arrest from Maiden and another meth arrest, this one from Alexander County.
A Catawba County woman jailed on Alexander County drug charges. 41-year-old Amy Lynn Scott of Claremont was arrested Tuesday by Alexander County Sheriff's officers. She's charged with felony counts of possession of methamphetamine and maintaining a vehicle, dwelling, or place for controlled substance, along with a misdemeanor count of possession of drug paraphernalia. Scott was incarcerated in the Alexander County Detention Center under a $20,000 secured bond. A district court date is scheduled for next Monday. And meth possession charge has been filed against a Maiden man. 32-year-old Eric William Green of Maiden was arrested on July 10th by Maiden police officers. He's charged with possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Green was jailed in the Catawba County Detention Facility under $2,000 bond. A district court date is scheduled for July 10th. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY News.
Thank you, Arianna. I'll finish up with two from Morganton. 48-year-old Jeffrey Brian Walker of Morganton has been arrested by Morganton Public Safety officers on 2 felony counts of assault on a law enforcement officer causing physical injury and 2 misdemeanor counts of resisting a public officer. He was also charged with driving while license revoked, no liability insurance, failure to register a motor vehicle, and an expired inspection. At 3:20 on July 5th, an officer attempted to stop a black Chevy S10 pickup because the owner of the vehicle had a suspended license. While the officer attempted to catch up with the vehicle, the driver, Jeffrey Brian Walker, turned left onto Fletcher Street. Walker continued down Fletcher Street and then pulled around to the rear of a residence. Officers gave commands for the driver to walk to the front of the police vehicle. Officers told Walker he was being placed under arrest for driving while license suspended. Walker then began to resist officers. He refused to place his hands behind his back, leading to a short struggle. Officers took Walker to the ground and took him into custody. Walker was placed in the Burke County Jail under a 48-hour hold due to pretrial release violations. As of Thursday afternoon, he remained in jail under a $10,000 bond. A court date on the felony assault charges, along with misdemeanor larceny and trespassing charges, was set for July 28. Additional court dates on a long list of traffic offenses are coming up in August, October, and November. And 53-year-old Bennett Lee Dayton was arrested by Morganton Public Safety officers Sunday, July 6th, on charges of possession of a firearm by a felon and going armed to the terror of the public. At about 8:30 on the evening of the 6th, officers were dispatched to an armed robbery in progress at a Dollar General store on East Fleming Drive. Officers arrived within minutes and detained the suspect, Bennett Dayton, in front of the store. Officers searched the area and found a .22 caliber rifle in some nearby bushes, surrounded by Dayton's belongings and his 2 dogs. Upon reviewing video footage and speaking with witnesses, officers learned that no robbery occurred. Dayton, who is a convicted felon, was charged accordingly. He was given a $5,000 secured bond. A first appearance in court was scheduled for July 7th, with another court date coming up on July 28th. That'll do it for today's crime report. Thank you for joining us. For WHKY, I'm Ralph Mangum, reminding you to keep it clean and keep it legal.